from Art Bernardi Stadium on the campus of Butler High School. It's high school football as the Butler Golden Tornado 0-1 take on the Meadville Bulldogs 1-1. Good evening. This is Ed Cody along with Swami George Abraham to bring you all tonight's action. This is the first meeting ever between these two schools. Meadville comes in here losing their opener 50-48, a high-scoring affair to Grove City when they turned the ball over 5 times. They turned around last week, put up another 47 points in a 47-7 win over General McLean, and they have some outstanding running backs. Kalon Simmons and McCoy Swami ran for 157 yards against McLean, and fullback Brady Walker rushed for 134 and scored 4 touchdowns. For Butler, their opener against Kiski, they lost 21-7, and their star performer out of the backfield, Cooper Baxter, he ran for 104 yards against the Cavaliers in a losing effort. Last week, Butler's game at Erie was canceled because of COVID. So Meadville under coach, he's done an outstanding. Ray Collins done an outstanding job in his 8 years. They're 45-32. Tough year in 2018. They didn't win a game. Last year, 5-2. Butler, of course, has moved from the WPL into District 10. This is their second year there. Last year, 2-4, and stopped a 24-game losing streak. So it's been a difficult time for Butler to try to turn things around. This is an important game for them tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime you have a chance to win, you take it. As you mentioned, Meadville can put points up. This might be the last team with the ball tonight wins the game, but I like the idea of running the ball against them because it keeps the ball from those 2 quick backs.
Meadville brings up memories for me, George. Going back to my first year teaching and coaching at Oil City, we played at Meadville. They were in the same conference. It was a rainy, muddy night, and they ran all over us, 47-7. They had some big, tough running backs. Seems like that's been part of their history. The great Journey Brown, who played at Penn State, unfortunately had some type of health issues and can no longer play football. But he was a terrific running back and a track star at Meadville and, of course, at Penn State.
Yeah, I've had some great games. They call their field house the House of Thrills. And believe me, I've had some games there just tough. Excellent athletes. Wasn't the OC from Pittsburgh last year, Meadville guy, Fiechner?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
People say to me, how long is Butler going to stay in District 10? I don't know if anyone has that answer. I don't know what the plan is. I would think, George, this is just me thinking off the top of my head, you have to have like 2 or 3 straight winning seasons before you want to come back to the WPL. You're winning at least 5 or 6 games a year before you would decide to come back and go back into that powerful Quad 6A conference.
I would think it depends more on the amount of players they get out. I think I'm assuming when they made this move, they had a plan in mind that said when we get X players out, we can, as you say, winning in that league. There are 2 teams up there that nobody can beat, usually year in and year out. It's McDowell and Prep. Now, the others, you can beat them when you're good and they're not quite as good. But Prep and McDowell, you got to figure they're almost year in and year out in the Final Four in the West or whatever.
Hey, I'm a little surprised. Now, Butler's game with Erie has been rescheduled, and as a result, Butler's last game, which was supposed to be with Slippery Rock on the 29th, has been canceled, and in place, Butler will play Erie. I'm not sure how that works
I think it's
is Slippery Rock's at a different level. Is that right?
Well, absolutely. Erie 6A.
Yeah, okay.
And the only 6A team in that league is Meadville and Erie. See, Prep's good, but they're not 6A.
So Slippery Rock's considered like a non-conference game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they get bumped in
they're
place
in
Butler.
District 10, but they're not in the same. They're not the same size.
I was kind of looking forward to a Butler
absolutely.
Slippery Rock match. The Rockets are good this year, George.
Yeah, they're going for number 3
offense
tonight. Yes, they are. It's interesting, but as you saw last year, sometimes the size and not only the size of that school, but the size of the players, there's a difference. As I would say, I think Butler, this has worked. They seem to have more bodies out there. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, tonight's a big night.
Tonight's a big night. And I'm more inclined 2 ways. The numbers, as you alluded to, having more players out. I believe they have 65 right now. I would like to see them, before they would ever think about going back, have 2 or 3 straight winning seasons, so you go back with a level of confidence where you're winning at least 5-6 games a year, and you say, I think we have things on track. Let's go back into the WPIL. You know the way the WPIL operates. Maybe Farrell left, came back. They left and wanted to come back last year, and the WPL said no. When you left, we let you come back, and you left again, we're not letting you back in.
Well, they've done the same to Hollingsburg and Altoona.
Yeah, you got to make that decision.
Make a decision, and as you say, the trouble with the 6A is there are no easy games. You know, some of these other sections or levels, there are easy games. You go in this 6A, you're talking NA, you're talking Central Catholic,
Mount Lebanon,
Seneca Valley.
Cannon Mac.
That's the problem. That's
Yes.
the problem. There are no easy games. And this District 10 thing, to me, I think the wins and losses are tricky because it depends who they schedule you with. You know you have McDowell, Prep, and Erie, but the other 6 games depend upon who they give you.
Just a beautiful night for football. Last week at Seneca Valley, what a terrific game we had. The Tiger was there with me. 24-20 Seneca Valley. The quarterback, Graham Hancock's throwing a touchdown pass in the final 9 seconds, a 25-yarder for that 24-20 win. What a terrific football game that was. So if we have another one like that tonight, both of these games will be on TV next week. It will be exciting to watch.
No, absolutely. I always wonder how somebody gets behind somebody with 9 seconds, because if you interfere, it's only half the distance. It always makes me wonder what somebody's thinking that lets somebody catch the ball in the end zone when a penalty only puts it halfway there.
Well, it wasn't so much he got behind him. He got in front of him on a slant, caught it right between the goalposts, and it was a bullet throw. Perfect throw, caught him right in the numbers, and that was it. The game was over. Just an outstanding game. Pine looked like they had sealed it when they marched down the field late in the fourth quarter to score with less than 2 minutes ago, but Seneca Valley came back and wasn't denied.
Yeah, it's in any sport, letting somebody cross your face is bad. Same with basketball. You let him cut to the ball, he's going to do something dangerous. You have to jam that cutter or whomever. Same with that ball on the goal line. You know that slant is something they're looking for. You're better off making them throw the fade. It's rare that it succeeds.
And speaking of us being here at Art Bernardi Stadium, happy 93rd birthday to Coach Art Bernardi, who turned 93 on Labor Day. The former Marine still doing great, and it's nice to hear that he's still doing well at the ripe old age of 93.
Absolutely. Old Teal Tomcat, I used to tease him about that all the time, playing at Teal.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Absolutely. You know, and he played there, too, in the day where guys were coming out of the service and playing. That was no joke.
He played for the Marines, and he sacked the quarterback, was a former Notre Dame quarterback, I believe was Johnny Lujak for the winning
there you go.
2 points on a safety, and he was the MVP of the game. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with the kickoff after this. All right, we are back here at Art Bernardi Stadium, ready for the kickoff. Golden Tornado in their navy blue uniforms, trimmed in old gold, and the Meadville Bulldogs with their red pants, white shirts. In the first ever meeting between these two schools. Eric Christie in his 4th year at the helm here at Butler. Struggled those first 2 years, lost 24 straight, but last year had some good games, finished 2-4. A win here tonight would go a long way to helping this program. Butler will return the kickoff, opening kickoff. And back deep for the Tornado, we have David Graff. And to his right, Graff on the left. That's Braden Littlejohn. And we're all set to go. Taken by Graff. He fumbles it. Littlejohn picks it back up, turns the corner, has some running room.
Nice.
And he's wrapped up and brought down out across the 30 to the 31-yard line where Butler will put it in play. That was a big save there.
Nice
by
alert play by Braden Littlejohn. Absolutely. You don't want that thing laying around there. Nice play.
First and 10 Butler at their own. We'll spot it right at the 31-yard line.
Strange kickoff. They kicked off from the right hash but kicked it to the middle.
Set that Butler backfield for you. It's Mac Schnorr, the junior quarterback, flanked by Cooper Baxter and David Graff. Little John split far to the left. Slot to the right for the Tornado. There's the keeper off the right side and direct snap. It's Cooper Baxter, and he's going to take it into the secondary down the right sideline. He could take this all the way, and he will.
Touchdown.
69 yards and a TD.
Nobody
Cooper,
touched him, Eddie.
He's a three-sport star, big kid, 6'2", 195, wrestler, baseball player, and he has pretty good pedigree, George. He comes from the Saul family.
Yeah, that's enough. That's all you need to know.
Cooper Baxter.
Was he touched?
I didn't see him
I
touched.
don't think he was touched. That's the way to start a game. How about it? 20 seconds in.
That looks like number 93, Max Gianeski, on to attempt the extra point for Butler. One play, 69 yards, 7-0 the Tornado. An old single wing set.
Oh, he was through.
Kick is up. I don't know how that was not
I don't know
blocked.
how he missed it. It was true, that's for sure. He didn't lay out, but I thought he was going to get it with his chest.
7-0 Butler.
Well, if you were writing a script for Butler, you would say one play, touchdown, 20 seconds in. I mean, you can't have it any better than that. Let's see how Meadville responds.
Yeah, unique backfield setup for Butler with Schnorr, the quarterback, but also Cooper Baxter, who played quarterback for 2 years, but is also a terrific runner. So you got a dual threat there. Both of them can throw, both of them can run. Cooper's the featured guy at 6'2", 195. Well, let's see if the Bulldogs can respond. They have some weapons of their own, some outstanding runners. Kalon Simmons McCoy, who had 157 last week against McLean, and fullback Brady Walker, who had 134 yards and 4 touchdowns. Kalon is back deep. I'm trying to get the number of the other Meadville Bulldog who's back deep there. We pick him up, Swam.
No, I can see 20.
20. Here's the boot. It's taken by Simmons McCoy. Fumbles it, picks it up, finds a seam, comes through, nearly breaks it. Out across the 35. They're going to spot it and said his knee went down right at the 35-yard line.
He almost broke through there.
Yes.
My goodness.
1st and 10 Meadville at their own 35.
Was Julius Costco the other guy back there, 26? Number's tough to see when they're on an angle. We have a little bit of an angle here to the left.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 35-yard line. Trailing 7-0. Motion, turn, give to the fullback up the middle. Has running room, comes up to the 40-yard line and pick up for 5 for Brady Walker. Powerful 5'9", 200-pound junior. And this is a young team for Meadville, George. Yes. 1 senior, 8 juniors, and 2 sophomores on their offense. And defensively, they have 1 senior, 7 juniors, and 3 sophomores.
Yeah, I listened to their opening game. I was amazed they only had 1 senior each side of the ball. Highly unusual.
So they moved the ball in Grove City, but they turned it over 5 times.
Well, nobody can turn it over 5 times.
2nd and 5. Strong set, slot to the left. Sweep to the left side, good running room, and it's come up over the 45 and out to the 47-yard line for a first down by Griffin Bazell, 6', 205-pound senior, the only senior in the offensive lineup. 1st and 10 to Bulldogs.
Nice hole there. You get 7 yards. You can't ask for more than that. If it does anything, it settles your team down.
Good blocking at left side. Big tackle, Jordan Hamilton, 6', 280-pound junior, and Rowan Woodrow, the left guard, 5'10", 215. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs out at their own 48-yard line. Slot right, wing to the left, motion. Going to hand off to Kalon Simmons-McCoy on a sweep to the right. And he takes that jet sweep into Butler territory down to the Butler 45-yard line. And right now the Bulldog rushing attack clicking.
Yeah, they're moving the ball. I'll tell you what, in this offense, it's important for these receivers to block because they have some holes there. They get through the secondary. These guys look like they can go all the way.
Pick up of 6. 2nd and 4 at the Butler 45. Straight ahead to the fullback, and he gets 1 yard, does Walker, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 3. A lot of misdirection there, and they're going to run that fullback. Even if he gets a yard or two.
Exactly.
And it sets up everything else, and then when you don't pay attention to him, he's going up the middle for about
Navy
20 yards.
Forever. Yeah, they get you a little bit spread out. They're going to go right up the middle.
It's part of the wing tee.
Absolutely.
Here's a cross out of the wing tee, and it's going to be a first down or very close to it. As Simmons-McCoy.
Honestly, I think he's about 6 inches short.
Yeah. See, it's a fake to the fullback and run that sweep.
Absolutely.
And you're right, George. It's inches short. So it'll be 4th and inches. Football spotted at the Butler 43.
This is the way to respond to that opening drive. Get the ball and keep a hold of it. Absolutely.
I've always liked the wing tee. Coach at Oil City used it there. Of course, Jim Rankin, the coach down at North Allegheny, was great at running it.
There you go. Get it on the sneak. Boy.
Yep, sneak
and
in
about
the first
4
down.
yards. That was a big hole there. They got 4 yards on that.
So Gavin Longstreth, the junior quarterback, picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're pushing the ball downfield. This drive having started their own 35. They now have a 1st and 10 at the Butler 38.
The wing T, Tumby Raymond at Delaware, and then
for years
it got its genesis in Western PA. As you said, Jim Rankin. I think the guy that originated, Terry Varelli over at Wilmington.
Wilmington for years.
Yeah, they still use it. Oh, nice
motion.
Run.
There's a huge run, huge hole. Taking it down all the way to the Butler 11-yard line is Griffin Bazell. That misdirection screws up those linebackers all the time.
Let me tell you, Eddie, there was a hole there, but he read it perfectly and cut inside. Just a great run.
You know, George Mars, and it's not a criticism, they used that wing tee for years. They have 1,500-yard runners. They went to the spread this year, and they're finding a different world. I'm sure Scott's thinking, why did I leave the wing tee? 1st and 10. Crack off the right side and still running and driving through for the touchdown. He fumbled in the end zone.
I don't think they're calling it a touchdown.
They're calling
not
it
on
touchdown.
The recovery. They're calling it a touchdown on the run.
On the run, right.
Absolutely. Well, he runs hard. Walker runs hard, too. These guys run hard.
And I think that was Bazell that carried that in, or was it Walker?
No, Walker.
Was it Walker?
Yeah, absolutely.
11-yard run. And the kick by Simmons-McCoy is good. So Meadville comes right back. 65-yard drive.
Yeah, hats off to Meadville because that quick strike like that can stun you sometimes and get you off your game. Give them credit. They had 1 4th down, but they were moving the ball rather well there. And to their credit, now they have their legs under them and will start over.
Impressive drive.
I haven't seen the quarterback under center. I'm trying to think when the last time I saw a college game with the quarterback under center. In high school, a little different, but most everybody's running that spread. But I can see they're giving Butler fits with this ball.
And when you're the linebackers on defense, you're either going to have to cross-ski or focus on the guards. You start picking in the backfield, which they want you to do, you're going to get lost.
Absolutely. You can see that's what happened.
The misdirection will drive you crazy.
You don't see many scat backs kicking off, do you?
No, he does everything. He punts, he kicks.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when you talk about the wing tee, you know who used it in the pros was Marv Levy with the Chiefs.
How about
and with
that?
great success he used it.
He's still alive.
He's about 94 or 95.
He didn't care if that exhibition ball was played or not. He was worried about September.
And Simmons McCoy boots it. Taken by Little John at the 10. Finds a seam, breaks into the clear across the 40 to 45 and up to the 50 where he's forced out of bounds in front of the Butler bench, but there's a flag thrown all the way back at the 30-yard line. We're going to have Clipper holding.
It's coming back. It looks like a hold to me. And not only that, it was a great run by Littlejohn. They're going to lose the 20 plus the 10 from where it occurred, about a 40-yard penalty.
Boy, he shows a nice burst, doesn't he, Littlejohn?
Oh, he gets there in a hurry.
So they'll move it from the spot of the foul. It was at the 30, and they move it back to the 20. First and 10, Butler at their own 20-yard line. It's 7-7. Butler scoring opening play, 69-yard bolt off the right side by Cooper Baxter. But then the Meadville Bulldogs put together a great methodical attack going 65 yards in 10 plays. There's Baxter on a sweep to the right, similar to what he ran for the touchdown, but not this time. Surrounded by white shirts, a gain of 1 on the play.
Fool me once, right?
$6:50 to go here in the first quarter play. Butler comes out. Charlie Kranebucker is a slot tight end to the left. There's a throw out here, complete to Littlejohn out at the 30, spun around and brought down right at the 29-yard line.
And another penalty in the line.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Okay, I see the yellow right there.
Another hold.
Now, Cooper Baxter is back at quarterback, so evidently Max Schnorr is not in the lineup. The preliminary, they told us that Max Schnorr was going to start at quarterback. So another holding penalty against Butler is going to move it back. That brings up second and 20.
Yeah, tough being a play caller when it's second and 20. Aren't many plays made to get 20 yards.
Well, what a lot of coaches would do is run it in this situation to be safe.
Up, absolutely. Like a draw or something underneath, like a handoff of some type.
Baxter and Graff the backs. Baxter's going to keep it, comes straight ahead, tries to run out to the right side and finds no running room at all. No gain on a play.
This play's big. You'll be punting from the end zone if you don't get it out of here.
Good stop left side of that defense for the Bulldogs was Jordan Young and Rowan Woodrow on the left side. The two inside linebackers are their big running backs, Griffin Bazell and Brady Walker.
That Doug Rourke's a big kid down there.
This team's going to bring back 19 starters next year.
There's
Baxter, rolls to his left, squares up, fires. You have a man open. It's complete to Littlejohn, but it will be short of the first down out at the 28-yard line. I'll bring up a 4th and 3.
Baxter showing his athleticism. Try rolling out, squaring your shoulders, and throwing back like that. It is difficult for a righty, and he did it rather well. What's unusual about him, when he carries the ball, he carries in his left arm.
Yes.
Yet when he throws right.
So it brings up a 4th and 4. Football spotted at the 26, and Butler will kick it away. High snap. And it will be down by Butler at the Meadville 36.
Simmons McCoy chose to let that ball bounce. I don't like to see it bounce. Now, it didn't bounce far, so it was okay. But you're back there. If you can field it, field it. Because it was a line drive.
So let's see what the Bulldogs can do. Their first possession, they marched 65 yards. Great running attack.
Well, once again,
misdirection, power inside.
For Butler, penalties.
Penalties.
The holds killed them. They were moving the ball.
And you know what you're seeing now from Meadville, Georgia? Two powerful runners inside between Walker and Bazell, and then the speed to the outside with Simmons and McCoy.
Absolutely.
He goes in motion. There's a handoff to the fullback straight ahead, and he powers his way up to the, what do you get him up near the 39-yard line to pick up a 3.
Yeah. You know they're going to use that jet. They've been setting it up all night. They're going to give that kid the ball before too long.
And they're going to make you all game long respect that fullback. And if you don't, he'll kill you. That's why he scored 4 touchdowns last week against McLean. He had 134. It set up the outside with Simmons and McCoy, who had 157 yards rushing.
Well, they have plenty of speed if they get to the corner. You could see that.
Slot to the left. There's a sweep. Running room, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, down the sideline. A first down in the Butler territory, out at the 30 or at the 42-yard line.
Coming back, hold. Right in front of the Meadville coaches.
Sure, I like those short, stocky, powerful running backs. Walker, 5'9", 200, and Griffin Bazell, 6'2", 205. But this one's coming back. That nullifies a nice 20-plus yard run by Bazell.
Yeah, and you take the penalty on top of it. It's about a 30-yard loss.
I'm bring it all the way back and repeat second down. I'll make it second and 19 or 20. We're just going to say 20, it looks like to me. The ball spotted back
to 27, and they have to get to the 46. So you're right, you're close.
Slot to the right, sweep to the right, up to the 31-yard line and pick up a 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 16.
Well, they haven't thrown a pass yet. If they're going to, this is the time, right?
I would think so. But when you run this offense, what happens, even if it's 3rd and long, George, everything's predicated on play action, which shouldn't fool the Butler defenders at all in the secondary. They shouldn't even be paying attention to that.
No.
Slot right for the Bulldogs. There's a sweep to the right. And Simmons and McCoy carries it up over the 35 to the 39-yard line. He picks up 8, but it'll be 4th and 8. We have 2:43 to go here in the first quarter play. The score, Butler 7, Meadville 7. Butler scoring on the opening play of the game, a 69-yard bolt off the right side by Cooper Baxter. But the Bulldogs came right back, put together an outstanding march, went 65 yards in 10 plays. Check that. They went in 8 plays.
3rd and 15 running play. That tells you they don't want to throw it.
Brady Walker covered the last 11. Simmons McCoy back to punt.
Decent
Cooper
kick.
Baxter takes a fair catch at his own 30. No, check that. Was not Cooper Baxter. That was Lance Slater for Butler.
Number 1.
1st and 10 Butler at their own 30. Trip set to the right for Butler. Charlie Cranebucker, he's headed to Akron. He's in a slot to the right. Here's a handoff to Graff off the right side. Gets some running room. Up over the 35 to the 36 before he's popped and brought down. 2nd and 4.
Graff with a nice run there. You get 6 on first down. You're really, really doing what you want to do. You're running the clock. You're keeping the ball away, and you're moving the sticks. Take 6 all night.
Little John split to the left. Trip set to the right. 2nd and 4 for Butler. Baxter wants to drop straight back to throw. Fires down the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bazell. Intended for Cranebucker. And Bazell returns it down inside the 40 to the Butler 37-yard line.
Bazell showing good hands. The ball, like was in the air for a second tip, and he just grabbed strong hands, and once he got it, he headed the right direction.
Yeah, it was good coverage. They were back there right all around Cranebucker. So the interception by Bizel puts it 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Butler 38-yard line. Slot to the right, split backs. Handoff straight ahead. Brady Walker, the fullback, is going to pick up 2 yards.
That was good reaction by the Butler defense. There was nothing there, nothing.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 as we're down to the final minute 10 here of this first quarter of play. Beautiful Art Bernardi Stadium. We thank Bill Milam. Always George takes care of us. Great accommodations.
Billy's the best. Anytime you come here, they treat you right.
Second and 8 for the Bulldogs at the Butler 36. Sweep to the left. Bizel darts in, darts out, and a great open field tackle coming up, making that tackle for Butler look like it was Lance Slater.
Nice play.
He loses 3 on the play.
He cut it back outside, but he didn't have the speed to get around the corner. Give Slater credit. He used good leverage and made that stop.
Brings up a 3rd and 11 for Meadville.
They have to snap. There's a 2-second difference between the play clock and the game clock, so they have to snap.
Hunter Graham, the center, 5'10", just small kid, George, 176-pound junior. And the pass incomplete, intended for Simmons McCoy. So one of the advantages of the wing team, when I said that Hunter Graham's only 176, you do so much angle blocking. You don't have to have a lot of big beef guys.
Yeah, a lot
there.
of deception, too,
right.
with the ball hitting. But it looked like one of those receivers went the wrong way. It appeared somebody should have been out in the right flat, and they weren't.
4th and 11. Just 2 ticks left here in the first quarter. So what will Meadville do? 4th and 11 at the Butler 39-yard line. Looks like Simmons
I think
McCoy.
they're gonna kick it.
He's going to kick it, standing at his own 48-yard line. Lance Slater back deep for Butler. And I can't see to his far right who that is. Is that Ethan Treadle? George, is that number 19?
Can't see the number from here. No, we got 1 and 28 or 29. I believe it's Landon Lacey. I can't get a look at the right number. He's turned the other way.
28 is Landon Lacey.
Right, but I can't
Here's
see
the punt.
Number. Okay, it is.
Taken by Slater.
Oh, nice, nice.
Gets some room, comes upfield, out across the 30, the 35, and out to the 36, and that ends the first quarter of play with a score, Butler 7, Meadville 7. We'll be back with second quarter action after this. We're back, second quarter action, tied up here 7-7. Once again, Butler started it off. First play from scrimmage, Cooper Baxter, 69 yards off the right side for the score. Gianeski to kick it, made it 7-0, but the Bulldogs came right back, 65 yards in 8 plays with their fine running back, Brady Walker, scoring from 11 yards out. It's 7-7. The Bulldogs just punted, and George, they picked up 3 yards on that. They could have done, I thought they were going to stay in there, maybe run, pick up 6 or 7.
On third, then you have a choice on fourth. Throwing on third didn't give them much of a choice. It was 3rd and 8.
All right, 1st and 10, Butler at their own 35. Baxter, handoff, left side. Big running room. Out across the 45, the 50, and into Meadville territory.
That was Landon Dubiak. Nice run by Dubiak. Got out there pretty nice. They have a lot of nice little run. Butler does. Nice little run.
Nice run by Dubiak. Junior, running back.
Yeah, 5'10", 175 on the program.
So 1st and 10 Butler, right at midfield. Baxter rolls to his right. Upfield,
Boy,
fires, has a
nice,
man open,
nice.
complete for the first down on a strike. Completed to his wide receiver, Ethan Treadle.
Hey, nice throw, nice catch, Ed. Nice play by both guys.
Pick up a 12.
Nice pass by Baxter. Strong arm going right. He can put that thing in there.
Outstanding athlete, 3-sport star, wrestling and baseball. He's going to keep it, does Baxter off the right side and just powers his way down inside the 30, very close to the first down. I think they're going to spot him just inches shy.
They are second and less than 1.
Straight ahead, Baxter for the first down. First and 10. All right, we have some delay down on the field, George.
Personal foul on
All
Butler.
right, I did not see that personal
I didn't
foul.
Either, no.
It's like they were huddled around the flag. And
I saw something come loose. I thought it was a helmet, but evidently somebody got a little aggressive after the whistle.
right, they don't indicate, but it's a 15-yard penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Takes it all the way back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it was after the play because it's first down.
It's first down, so they bring it back, and it'll be 1st and 10, but instead of being at the 29, it's back at the 41. Baxter wants to drop back, look, fires over the middle, complete. A short gain. Charlie Cranebucker in the reception. I believe that's his first catch of the year, George.
Yeah, you got a guy going full ride, Scully. You know, it's his first catch.
Just a short pickup of 2 on a play. Makes it 2nd and 8 at the 39.
Big target, that guy. He's tall. He's open most times, I would think, around the goal line.
He is a big target, 6'5", 228.
Absolutely. His father played for me. He was a really good basketball player. Good
Baxter
rebounder.
wants to throw again, fires over the middle.
Okay, we got it.
Did he catch it, hold on to it?
Yes, he did.
Lance Slater holds on to it, and it should be enough for a first down for Butler.
Lynch caught that ball
at
twice.
the 31.
He caught it twice, and he gets 2 catches for that.
I saw it bobble.
Good job. Strong hands. Keep that thing controlled. That was a good job.
Gain of 8 on a play. 1st and 10 Butler at the Meadville 31-yard line. 7-7 here in the second quarter, 9:40 to go. Ed Cody, Naswami, George Abraham. Trip set to the left. Baxter is going to hand off on a sweep to the left, and there's just no running room at all on that sweep.
Poor tackling, though. 2 different guys should have had him down. You have to tackle that guy like that. Run, you know, you can't just slap him.
Landon Lacey on that carry.
Well, he did a good job not going down behind the line. There was nothing there.
So a loss of a yard on the play, bring up 2nd and 11.
It's amazing that Butler can signal the plays in, yet Pitt has to walk to the sideline. Isn't that something?
Most high schools are pretty good at it.
I mean, geez.
Baxter wants to roll to his right, fires, and complete again.
Nice
making
throw,
that
nice
reception
catch.
is Treadle. Ethan Treadle makes that catch.
Treadle with the good hands.
At
Good
the
throw.
24.
Baxter.
So it'll be 3rd and 5. Trip set to the right for Butler. Crane Bucker, the slot receiver. Baxter's going to keep it. Breaks a tackle and is finally brought down close to the 20-yard line. And
he got it in.
Forces his way forward right at the 21, and that should be enough for the first down.
Advantage of a big, strong quarterback. Even though he gets contact, he makes that pound move.
Well, he's really like he's a tailback in there.
He can run it, I'll tell you that. When he rolls right, he's got a strong arm also.
First and 10, Butler at the Meadville 21. Baxter's going to keep it. Hole off the right side.
Fumble.
And he fumbled the football, and the Bulldogs have it.
Yep.
He took it right out of his hand, I think, George.
Yes, he did. 21 did it. Amari Lewis.
Amari Lewis, the junior left outside linebacker, comes up with the fumble. Boy, and that stops a nice Butler drive that started at their own 35-yard line. So the Bulldogs take over, first and 10 at their own 24. 7:20 to go here in the first half of play. We're tied at 7 apiece.
Game has really settled down. It was 7-7. It looked like it was being last guy with the ball. It has really changed.
So you see the wing tee by Meadville, and pretty much what Butler does, it's a single wing with Baxter back there.
You better hustle to get this playoff. They didn't. Jeez. Timeout.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs to avoid the penalty. 7-7, 7:22 to go here in the first half of play. A lot of action on the ground and some good passing. Meadville, I think, attempted George one pass.
Yeah,
that third down pass, that was the only one.
From the looks of it, they don't want to throw the ball. Their ground team, as you say, a lot of deception. Butler looks like when he especially rolls right, Baxter, he has a nice ball. He puts it on the money. And when he has, they've been wide open.
Yeah, I'd like to see Butler do something with Crane Bucker on dragging him across the field at 6'5" and having the quarterback some play action, roll out and look for him. How can you miss him if he's dragging? And he's hard to cover when you're bringing a tight end like him across the field underneath everything. All right, back to play. First and 10 for the Bulldogs after that fumble recovery by Amari Lewis. They have it at their own 24-yard line. Longstreth up. He's going to hand off the sweep to the right to Kalon Lewis, and he pops it out of his hands and recovered by Butler at the Meadville 31. It just shot out of his arm, out of the arm of Kalon Simmons McCoy. Not sure who made that pop for Butler, but someone came up and made a real nice tackle to force that.
Ethan
Might have been
got
Treadle.
the ball. 52 got the ball. Boy, that was a hit. Jeez.
Ethan Bebe on a recovery. So now Butler gets it back, exchange of fumbles. First and 10, Butler at the Meadville 30. It's what hurt Meadville in their opening game against Grove City.
Absolutely.
When they turned it over 5 times.
Absolutely.
Baxter to throw. Fires out here, complete. And down inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A pickup of 13 yards.
Isaiah Kelly. Boy, Butler has a ton of receivers.
They do. They have a lot. Isaiah Kelly, number 4. First and 10, Butler. The ball spotted at the 19. Baxter wants to throw again over the middle. It's complete to Lance Slater at the 12.
Good grab by Slater. Good throw. Right on the money.
2nd and 3. So Butler taking to the air. Landon Lacey set to the left. Baxter on a keeper off the left side. Carries it down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Will be 1st and goal for Butler. Clock running, 5:50 to go here in the first half of play. We're tied at 7 apiece. Butler looking to take the lead after the Meadville turnover.
1st and goal at the 8. You can't beat that.
Baxter, he's going to keep it, and the whistle blows.
Thought it was motion.
It was a false start against Butler.
Was, yeah.
So that'll make it 1st and goal back at the 13-yard line. Play being signaled in. Baxter and Landon Lacey in the backfield. Baxter wants to throw. Now he's going to take off, run, has some running room, takes it to the outside, and is forced a nice open field tackle by Amari Lewis. Forces him out at the 11.
Yeah, he's not an easy guy to force out of bounds.
That was a nice, great defensive play. I thought he had the corner.
Now, he used the sideline for leverage. He did a nice job.
2nd and goal from the 11. Pick up a 2. Baxter taking the signal from the sideline. Slot to the left, split end right. Baxter going to roll to his left.
There's
Open
Little
field.
John.
He
End
could
zone.
throw
Boom.
into the habit for the touchdown.
Yep.
He does.
Man, nice pattern. Good look by Baxter. Put it right on the money.
Brayton Littlejohn.
He dipped that shoulder to the inside, cut to the outside, and the ball was waiting for him.
30
Nice
yards
play.
and 6 plays for Butler.
Nice play.
Janeski on to attempt the extra point. Meadville jumps. So the turnover proves costly for Meadville.
See, they refuse that. Then too close. It makes the angle too tough. No thought of going for 2, evidently.
Slater to hold. The kick is up by Janeski, and it's good. (14-7) Butler. 4:55 to go here in the first half of play. I'm sure that Coach Ray Collins is going. Here we go again. We're moving the ball, and the turnover just kills us.
No, you can't do it, especially when you're a running team, because they keep the ball for long periods of time. Now, against Grove City, they were making huge 40- and 50-yard runs. They're not doing that tonight.
Well, let's see if the Bulldogs can counter here in the final 4:55 of this first half. Butler 0-1, the Bulldogs 1-1. I think both of Butler's games with Prep and McDowell were away, George. I think so. I'm not, have to double check on that. Don't have the schedule in front of me.
Well, you got a beautiful stadium in here is one thing.
Oh.
Other than the weather,
where
there's no
Cathedral
issue.
Prep plays. That stadium is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Prep and Villa. They share that basketball facility. It's state of the art.
The back deep for the Bulldogs, it'll be Simmons McCoy. And also back deep, it was back there before, I believe, was number 26, Julius Costco.
Yeah, he was back there before. Costco was. Five minutes, plenty of time for Meadville to get on the board.
So Butler has gone from running. They've picked up their passing game. Baxter looks sharp. He's having a very good first half, running and throwing the ball. He's a true dual threat.
He's a good player, no question about it. Thought they were offsides getting the left end.
Simmons McCoy, and he fumbles it again, but he picks it up, and he has nowhere to go.
No,
and
nice
he's going to be
tackle.
dragged down at the 20-yard line.
Nice job by Butler.
He just took his eyes off the ball there at the last
Jake Zimzak
second.
down there, and no, he's done that twice now. Look up the field before he secured the ball.
1st and 10, Meadville.
Good play by Zimzak. He didn't let him get away, Eddie.
At their own 20-yard line. 4:49 to go here in the first half. Butler up 14-7. Gavin Longstreth, the quarterback for the Bulldogs.
No, was that dangerous?
Was a lot of turning and spinning before he handed off to Brady
He didn't
Walker.
hand it. He flipped it. Yeah, he almost lost that. Awful close to be flipping that ball.
Actually, it was Griffin Bazell who had the ball. Is that a broken play?
I don't know. Usually when they pitch that back like that, there's more distance between the running back and the quarterback. That almost bounced off his pads.
Picks up 3. Clock winding down. The Bulldogs in no hurry. Slot to the left, split backs. Handoff on a sweep to the left. Staying inbounds and out across the 30 to the 31 and picking up the first down is Griffin Bazell. He's a tough customer.
Yeah, he doesn't. Usually the first guy doesn't get him down.
No, he's strong.
No, he does a nice job.
6 foot 205.
Yeah, it's a nice sized kid.
1st and 10, Meadville out at their own 31-yard line.
They get another 10 yards. They're going to have to hurry up a little bit because they seem adverse to throwing the ball. Right now,
Double
you don't
slot.
want to give it back to Butler.
And there we have a procedure penalty.
It's on Meadville.
5 yards against the Bulldogs. Make it 1st and 15, moves the ball back to the 26-yard line. Beautiful night here at Art Bernardi Stadium. You can't get any better weather situation than we have here.
No, it's just outstanding.
Football left hash, slot to the right. Sweep to the right. Kalon Simmons-McCoy tries to turn a corner. He gets across the 30 and up to the 31-yard line, so he gets those 5 yards back, brings up a 2nd and 10.
Deshaun Cox got up there in a hurry. He was in the other side of the field. See, trouble with me, but you get that penalty like that motion penalty. Now you huddle up. Now you take another 30 seconds and you huddle up again. You've run one play in a minute, and you're
Correct.
still on your own 30.
That's correct. Handoff straight ahead to the fullback who powers his way up near the 34-yard line. A pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Brady Walker, the running back.
Big play.
I set those. I give those other players. The guards are Rowan Woodrow and Justice Esser for the Bulldogs, and the tackles, Rory Douglas, 6'4", 270, Jordan Hamilton, 6', 280, and Jordan Young, the tight end. 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Get 2 guys out here.
And there's a pass completed.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Did you see?
And it's Bazell. Oh, is he a tough customer? He just pounds people.
Did you see Simmons McCoy's block?
I did not see it, George. I'm glad you did. That's what you're here for.
It. Oh, somebody felt it. Holy man. He put him on his tail. That's the way to block if you're not the receiver. Wow.
Pick up a 26 yards on that pass play. First completion for Gavin Longstreth to Griffin Bazell. I just love the way Bazell runs. He's a tough customer.
See, you got 2 minutes here. You can't be in the
You try to tackle him up
high.
high.
No.
You better get him down around the ankles.
No, he'll run right through you.
I agree with you, George. You're taking too much time off the clock. Here's the sweep to the right. Simmons McCoy has an opening, breaks one tackle and another, and fights his way down to the Butler 28-yard line.
Another first down. Now they have 2
minutes
timeouts
to go.
left in 120 seconds. You got to get up to that line a little bit.
Boy, they have a potent ground game, George. There's just not one running back. All 3 of those guys can kill you at any time.
No, it's classic, old school, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love it.
1st and 10 at the Butler 29-yard line. 1:40 to go here in the first half. Here's another sweep to the left. Huge opening, and bursting through is Griffin Bazell down inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 5. Bulldogs taking their time. Clock running. Play brought in from the bench. Giving the quarterback Longstreth. You got a big, tall receiver split out to the right. George, number 87 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Longstreth wants him. Incomplete.
Andre Jefferson.
About 6'3".
Big kid. That'll stop the clock. They can get focused here. 3rd and 3. You got to get the first down first, Eddie. You have 2 timeouts left. Get the first down. I'd use one of the 2 timeouts.
3rd and 3 at the 23 with 1:01 to go. Certainly you got to give it to Brady Walker or Griffin Bazell. They're power inside runners.
Well, you're definitely 4 down territory. Too long for a field goal, I would imagine. Now, I've not seen the kicker, but I would think it's too far. Don't worry about it now.
I'll tell you, he is a Bulldog. You got to love this kid the way he runs. He is one tough he's going to punish you.
Absolutely.
Bazell, 6', 205. He gets the first down.
Meadville used one of their 2 timeouts remaining.
Picks up 9 on a play. You know, George, he's one of those running backs, and Walker, too, as the game goes along,
absolutely.
they just get stronger and stronger as they deal out the punishment.
Absolutely. Because they're delivering. When they go down, they fall forward.
Yes.
They have body lean, and when they go down, they fall forward.
You saw his legs churning out, and some guys
they
hit him up on the thighs, and they just bounce right off of him.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, absolutely. Now, you're Meadville. You're calling 2 plays here. They seem adverse to passing the ball, but they only have 1 timeout left. They surely can't huddle up after this play.
Well, you know, the one play-action pass that they completed had that big gain on was to Bazell. I like that play.
There were 2 guys open. They had a guy at each level.
Yeah.
The guy on each level was open, but it was a rollout.
Because of the play action, that sinks the linebackers, and that leaves
Well,
they get in front of the secondary and wide open. I would expect they come back to that.
They had both guys open, but I wouldn't think they'd roll to the short side.
I would look for maybe Brady Walker or Bazell on some play action. Boy, that fullback can come out of there, curl down in behind the linebacker coverage and be wide open. Let's see what they do. Slot to the right. Simmons McCoy wing to the left. He goes in motion right. And now we have a penalty.
Butler jump.
Butler jump. That'll make it 1st and 5 at the 9.
Yeah. That doesn't hurt you too bad. They're playing the clock now. Meadville's not only playing the defense, they're playing the clock with 1 timeout left.
I'm not going to second guess Coach Collins. He seems to
he's
know
doing
what
fine.
he's doing.
No, he's doing
It makes us hurry. We want to hurry up, but he's
doing
being
a
patient.
terrific
he knows
job.
he knows what he's doing.
No, and he's leaving Butler no time if he does score. No,
right.
Doing
All
outstanding.
right, there goes the big guy, Andre Jefferson. He looks to be about 6'3" to me. He's split out to the right, one-on-one coverage. Single setback is Walker. Simmons McCoy goes in motion.
There's
Long
the
stretch.
back,
There's McCoy open. Oh, underthrew him.
No, he never set his feet. See,
Had him open.
Roll into your strong shoulder, but you still have to set your feet. You have to square your shoulders.
He didn't get his shoulders turned upfield. He threw with his shoulders to the sideline.
Exactly. And even if he catches it, he's at a dead stop, turned around.
So it brings up a 2nd and 5 at the 9.
Like when Brady throws that ball, they catch it full speed.
Yeah, if he leads him with it, he carries the momentum. He turns it upfield.
Absolutely, he walks it.
Long stretch, rolls to his right under pressure. Gets away. Throws. Incomplete.
No, there was nobody. That was a good play just to get rid of it.
It brings up a 3rd and 5 at the 9.
The trouble's the clock now.
18 seconds.
It's not
18
just
seconds.
3rd and 4. It's the clock. We've got a lot of room to this left side, Ed. They have some speed. They get somebody out there.
I'm still looking at one of the running backs sneaking through the line and coming out and being wide open. Let's see, slot to the left, wing to the right. Walker single setback. Here's Walker straight up the middle and gets down inside the 5 to the 2 or 3 yard line. Do they call timeout?
Yep.
Be 4th and goal at the 2.
No, 1st and goal.
Is it 1st and goal? I'm
Yep.
sorry, 1st and goal. Okay, you are right. 1st and goal at the 2. However, there are only 12 seconds to go here.
I thought they would run their line and down the ball. I didn't think they'd use their last time out, which means if they don't pass, they have to score.
Ball spotted actually at the 3.
You see, if they don't pass, the half's over. So they either have to do a rollout where he either keeps or throws to get another play, or making sure he gets in if he keeps it.
I think he's giving it to Bazell.
I don't think so.
Let's see.
That's the Andrew Carnegie approach.
Yeah.
All your eggs in one basket.
Let's see what Coach Ray Collins comes up with. 12 seconds. Trailing Butler 14-7. 1st and goal at the 3. Do you roll your quarterback out?
Well, you get 2 plays if you do. If you hand it off and don't make it, the half's over.
Slot to the left. There's a sweep to the left.
You get nothing.
And he gets down to
They get nothing.
1 yard line.
Yeah, there you go.
And the first half ends with Meadville at the Butler 1 yard line. That's the end of the first half of play with the score. Butler 14, Meadville 7. We'll be back after this.
The band will now feature our Super Flag team with co-captains Melissa Patrica and Melissa Traja. They're swinging to a song from the Love Dogs called Lock You Up. Featuring our Supernet dance team under co-captains Aaliyah Bednards and Bridget Fezco. Sense of pride and patriotism as they perform their version of the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
back at Art Bernardi Stadium with the score at halftime, Butler 14 and Meadville 7. Butler's tended to throw the football and successfully with Cooper Baxter, a solid first half in throwing. Meadville's put together 2 long drives, only 1 score though. The Bulldogs probably have unofficially, George, 125 to 150 yards rushing in the first half, but crucial there, that first half ended with them on a 1-yard line. It just took too much time and took away from their effort to get another score punched in there and to tie it at the half.
The timeout that killed them was the one when the clock was already stopped on the first down. Had they run up and grounded it, they'd had to play another timeout. That was the big thing. They used the timeout when the clock was already stopped.
Butler started this scoring their very first possession at their own 31-yard line. Cooper Baxter bolted off the right side, 69 yards for the score. Gianeski to kick 7-0. But Meadville came right back to the 7:21 mark, going 65 yards in 8 plays with Brady Walker an 11-yard run. McCoy the kick, that made it 7-7. Then in the second quarter, at the 4:55 mark, following a turnover by Meadville, a fumble recovered by Butler at the Meadville 30. The Tornado went 30 yards in 6 plays. Baxter to Little John, an 11-yard touchdown pass. Gianeski to kick, that made it 14-7. The Bulldogs put together a nice long drive, but it fizzled out at the Butler 1, and that's where the first half ended. Offensive plays in the first half, Butler had 24, Meadville had 33.
Yeah, it's typical running the ball with great success. Meadville got it down there. Just need a little bit more time to punch that ball in, and wondered to see if that gave Butler a little, boost going in, or Meadville comes out a little angry and gets the ball and does something with it.
Well, I don't think there'll be any surprise in the second half. I know Coach Cullen's going to say, look, guys, we moved the ball on the ground. Let's go right back to it. We have some great inside running with their fullback Walker and Bazell. They've done an outstanding job. 2 strong runners. I think they'd like to play off of that and spring Simmons and McCoy to the outside.
Yeah, they have some speed to get out there, as you said, but it's been tough. They've got some real nice plays getting wide, and as you said, they need one more. All they needed at the half was a couple yards, and it would be a tie ball game. But credit to Butler, they stopped them.
So Butler looking for their first win of the season. And we're just seconds away from starting this second half of play. Our next broadcast coming up in October, we will be at Freeport High School, where the Yellow Jackets will take on the powerful North Catholic Trojans.
Absolutely. I hear they are loaded.
And as good as they are, they're in that same division there with Central Valley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you'll have to bring your A game to beat Central Valley. I hear nothing but good things about them.
Hey, Jordan, how good is Thomas Jefferson? We know they're good year in and year out, but for Bill Chirpak and his team to go against a powerhouse Gateway 5A team and beat them in a tremendous game, 21-16, but pretty much shut down the Gateway running attack.
Yeah, it tells you they're loaded also. They're always strong in the line of scrimmage.
Big kids, always big, strong kids.
Absolutely.
But don't let that fool you about Gateway. They have a very good team.
Oh, you know that. That's almost every year. Pretty much a given. That 5A is strong. Man, that 5A is strong.
Very strong.
Now,
so
the
many
6A
good teams.
doesn't have the volume, but they have the talent.
Well, you only have eight teams. I know it's something. You talk to the coaches, they'd like to see at least 16 teams in that. But as we talked to Amy Schoeneman, I asked her about it. She said it's up to those 5A teams if they want to move up. She can't force them to move up.
No, they shouldn't. No. And remember, those numbers.
You'd like at least 12. You'd have 16 divisions.
Those numbers are across the state, though. See, they're not just for the whip you.
But out in the East, the 6A, there are 20-some 6A teams.
Yeah, Butler's not a
huge difference.
Absolutely. And the discrepancy, too. Ohio has 7 A's in football, 4 in basketball. And the trouble with this is, the difference. In other words, you're 5A if you're this. If you're +1, you're 6A, but you're a long way from NA and Seneca Valley.
I know I've talked to some coaches. They'd like to see it stick with 4A in football the way it was with
it watered it down for sure. Well, we only have 8 teams in 6A. It proves it. But you can't just indiscriminately change the numbers because it's a statewide thing.
It's a statewide thing.
Absolutely.
Run by the state. Butler will kick off to start this second half. Not will send back deep for Meadville. Simmons and McCoy is back deep for them, along with Julius Costco. Butler leading 14-7 as we start this second half of play. Gianeski teeing it up for the Tornado.
They're going to have trouble kicking off without a ball. You know, I've seen a lot of games, but I've rarely seen them kick off without a ball.
Not sure what they're waiting for.
There we go.
Well, let's see with Coach Ray Collins. I don't think we're going to see anything different.
No.
I have to believe he just told his team, listen, just protect the ball and let's keep. We can move it on the ground. They haven't stopped us yet.
No, they've done a fine job. They've moved the ball.
Here we go. The start of the second half. Gianeski's boot. It's a short one. Picked up and down by the Bulldogs at their own 31-yard line.
Oh, serves its purpose. No run back.
They spot it right at the 30. First and 10, Meadville to start this second half. They trail Butler 14-7. Set that backfield. It's Gavin Longstreth at quarterback. Griffin Bazell, Kalon Simmons McCoy, and Brady Walker in that backfield. Center Hunter Graham. Out over the ball. Here's Bazell on a sweep to the left.
No, it only didn't look like much, but it was a tough 4 yards. They had him at the line.
Yeah, it looked like he was stopped
Nice
maybe
run.
for a
Yeah,
loss back at the
absolutely.
28. He's just a powerful runner.
Yeah, good hard run. At 4 yards, you think, oh, big deal. It was a big deal.
It was, absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, you pick up 4 yards running on the first down.
Yeah. No, they'd love to
Pretty
just
good.
get that ball and grind off 6-7 minutes. That'd be right up their alley.
Second and 6 for the Bulldogs at their own 34-yard line. Motion, speed, handoff to the fullback, and he's going to be stuffed right at the
Good-
35.
Good job by the center of that Butler line.
35, 3rd and 5, I should say. Inside those two tackles for Butler defensively, Jacob Palmacada and Ethan Bebe stuffing the middle.
Andrada was in that play. He was on the bottom of that pound, 35.
That's Andrada, the inside linebacker, just a sophomore.
He was in there in the bottom.
3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs at their own 35-yard line. Slot to the right. Sweep to the right. Nothing.
Nothing.
Stopped, dumped right at the line of scrimmage. Cooper Baxter on the tackle for Butler.
Zernzak also, he saw that play one time too many. Nice defense. Baxter just all around. Good at
Outstanding
every-
player.
Absolutely, yeah. Classic quad, 6A now, but tough football player. They don't have enough
So
guys.
Simmons McCoy's back to
There
kick
you
it
go.
away for the Bulldogs.
Nope. Timeout. Didn't have enough players on the field.
Someone standing on a bench watching.
I'll tell you, basketball, football, I don't care what the sport is. When I see them walking on and walking off, I just get excited. I see no reason for it. Show a little emotion, a little fire. You know, if I want to talk to you on the sideline, get over here.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
move it.
Yeah. On and off. Takes a second.
No, Butler, but they're a fine defensive effort here, answering the call to stop the Bulldog rushing attack, forcing them to punt it away in their first possession here of the second half, 4th and 5 at their own 35. Simmons-McCoy back to kick. Back deep for Butler will be Lance Slater. There's a penalty marker thrown as the ball is down at the Butler 31-yard line. Not sure what that penalty was about.
They blocked the guy, but I don't think he was going to catch it.
Was it an illegal block?
No, it looked like, I mean, they did block somebody, but it didn't appear that he was going to field the ball. Come on, refs, you're dragging this game down now.
Trying to say this 10-yard penalty. Spotted the foul at the 31-yard line, so to move it back to the 21-yard line. Well, they spotted at the 22. 1st and 10, Butler.
Butler, kids, you have 2 back there so that it doesn't hit the ground and bounce back 10 yards. That's why you put 2 back there.
So a lot of teams don't. They put 1. I like having 2 back there.
Well, that's okay, but you can't let it bounce.
You can't let it bounce. It's a cardinal mistake that you make. 1st and 10, Butler thrown 22. Butler leading 14-7. Slater goes in motion. Baxter on a keep, straight up over left tackle, rolls his way across the 25 and up to the 30-yard line. He's having himself quite a game running and passing.
Yeah, he's pounding
well over about 150 total yards here this evening.
Yeah, he's pounding them up.
2nd and 2 for Butler out at the 30-yard line. Just underway here, 3rd quarter. Meadville had it, punted it away. We're down to 9 minutes to play. Fast running clock. Slater goes in motion.
Nice. Nice play, nice execution.
Nice, excellent execution. Landon Lacey, and he's hobbling as he comes off the field
up there.
After that nice pickup. Moving it out to the 45-yard line and the Butler 1st down.
A nice catch, nice throw, both.
Yes, very nice.
That was a good looking play.
He's been sharp tonight.
Well-conceived play also.
1st and 10, Butler at their own 45. There's a sweep to the right by Graff. Has running room, breaks one tackle, another down the sideline before he's wrapped up and brought down inside the 40 at the 39 of Meadville.
He can skew. He's only a sophomore. He has nice speed, turning those legs over nicely.
Pickup of 16 on that play. 1st and 10, Butler. The ball spotted at the 39. And this would be huge for Butler to score, George, because Meadville's not a passing team, and they grind it out.
No, absolutely.
Slot to the left, split into right for Butler. Comes a sweep to the left. Forced back deep. And they're going to take a loss back at the 41-yard line.
That would have been much further had the original guy gotten them. They were another 6 yards back. It happened behind the line, but that was about 6 yards deep. Good defensive play.
Lacey was the ball carrier, it looked like, for Butler. So that loss of 2 in the play brings up 2nd and 12 back at the 41-yard line. .740 to go here in the 3rd. Butler up 14-7. Baxter rolls right, fires down the middle. Does he have his man? He does, complete. Down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Good catch
Charlie
by
Kranebucker on the reception.
Yeah, nice catch. wide open, and he catches that ball. That's important.
Brings up a 2nd and 3.
Good job by Cranebucker to keep that ball
Check
and
that.
get up.
Make it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they lost on first down.
3rd and 3 at the 32. Baxter's going to keep it off the right side. He'll get the first down inside the 30 and down to the 28, 27-yard line. Picks up 5. 1st and 10, Butler at the 27 of Meadville. This drive having started at Butler's 22-yard line. 7th play in the drive. Baxter's going to roll, going to throw. Is it complete or is it short?
Short.
Looked like it came up short.
He throws the ball going to his strong shoulder so much better, as most quarterbacks do.
Pass intended for Littlejohn. 2nd and 10, stops the clock, 6:35 to go here in the 3rd. He might have had a chance to run that last one too, George.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about it.
That
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about it.
2nd and 10, Butler at the Meadville 27. Low snap, scooped up by Baxter, rolls, and he fires as a man open. Lance Slater down the middle. It's going to be a 1st and goal for Butler at the Meadville 5. Or did he?
He
did
fumbled,
he get down?
but they ruled him down.
Ruled him down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Butler.
They got a guy down.
Pick up a 22 on a play.
Somebody got hit in the head, I'm afraid.
Took a knee.
Yep. Boy, he can scoot. That was a quick burst. Slater, he's got quick feet.
Butler has some speed and some athletes on offense.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Not a lot of size per se, but, man, they have some speed.
So play stops, 6:26 here in the 3rd. Butler will have a 1st and goal at the 5 on that pass play. Has to be the best passing game of his career for Cooper Baxter, the way he's thrown the ball here today, the way he's running.
He's throwing it real well.
He's going to have well over 200 total yards passing and running here tonight.
Well, he's definitely an excellent player. You have to prepare for him. He can beat you with his feet or his arm.
His dad played safety here for Butler. His uncle, Rob Baxter, was on our 77 championship team. And, of course, his 3 uncles, Rich, Ron, and Bill Saul, all played here for the Tornado, of course. So what's that tell you? All right, we're ready to go. Injured player walking off the field, so that's a good sign. 1st and goal, Butler at the Meadville 5. Baxter takes, he's going to roll to his left, and he stuffed and dropped right at the 5-yard line.
No fake.
No fake at all.
That was run all the way.
You knew he wasn't going to. He tucked it away as soon as he took the snap.
Uh-huh.
Well, they'll give him a yard inside the 5 and place it at the 4, 2nd and goal. Huge for Butler, take a 2-touchdown lead. And huge for Meadville because they do not throw the ball. Try to ground it out, down by 2 scores if Butler puts it in. Baxter keeps it right side. He has an opening. Does he get it in? He does.
Touch. Follow the big boys. That's how you get it in the end zone down there. Obviously, nice blocking, and that's what it takes down on the goal line. You got to move people.
So at the 5:27 mark here of the 3rd, Baxter carries it in. 4-yard run. Janeski on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. (21-7) Butler. 78-yard drive for the Tornado.
Nice drive. It's imperative that Meadville answers back now. You don't want to go 2 touchdowns down and kick the ball back.
78 yards in 10 plays. Well, Georgia, Meadville, if they want to get back into this game with 5:27 to go here in the third, they need to put together a drive.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can't go into the fourth quarter down by 2 with the way they rely simply on a running game. They've only thrown maybe, 4 passes here in this football game. Back deep for the Bulldogs, always dangerous. Simmons-McCoy. And here's the boot. And bringing it out and coming out over, that was, is that Julius Costco?
No,
28.
Anderson.
So it brings it out to the 35-yard line. That's where Meadville will put it in play, 1st and 10. At their own 35 with 5:20 to go here in the third. And Butler up by 14, 21-7. Walker the carrier, and he bulls his way up over the 40 to the 41-yard line, picks up 6.
Yeah, it's a nice run on 1st down. You get 6, you can do just about anything on 2nd.
Meadville, Georgia, they've done a great job. They've been able to run the ball here. Tonight, the one miscue hurt them. They fumbled back at their own 30-yard line.
Play before the half was
that really was crucial.
And momentum,
yes,
your momentum. Also.
Fizzled out. Bazell off the left side, and he's going to get the 1st down.
Yeah, nice dive for the sticks. He got him.
Love the way this kid runs.
That's a good run. You know, next year, Meadville, Allegheny's coming back into the President's Conference after 20 years or so, going to Michigan every week. They're going to be back in with Westminster, Grove City, and Teal.
Nice. 1st and 10. Out at the 45-yard line. Slot to the right. Simmons-McCoy comes in motion. Straight ahead handoff off the left side. Powerful run.
Wow.
All the way down to the Butler 46-yard line. Walker, the ball carrier.
Good tackle by Cox there also. He's tough to bring down.
Yes, both of them are.
You got 2nd and 1.
Both 200-pounders.
Oh, boy, they run
Brady
hard.
Walker, 5'9", 200, and Bazell, 6', 205. 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs at the Butler 46. No gain on the play.
No, it's still about 6 inches short.
Simmons-McCoy and a sweep to the right and no gain. 3rd and 1.
Nice support by that Butler secondary. They come up and hit. That was a nice play. He almost turned that up, and they would not allow it.
3:10 to go here in the third. Butler up 21-7. Andre Jefferson brings the play in from Coach Ray Collins. The 3rd and 1, slot to the right. Butler bunched at the line of scrimmage. Here's a sweep to the right, and it's a loss on a play.
4th and 2. What do you do? Can you afford to punt it back, or do you have to go for it? Official time.
So it'll be 4th. They spot it right back at the. Lost a little on the play, so we're going to make it roughly 4th and 2.
Oh yeah,
Back
they
at the
they
47.
needed less than a yard, Ed.
Yeah. Gavin Longstreth calling the plays. See what the Bulldogs do. Griffin Bazell, wing to the right. He comes in motion. Longstreth going to roll that way under great pressure. Flips it away, goodness. Incomplete. Just no one there. No one around. Butler not fooled on the play. They turn it over on downs to the Bulldogs.
Tough throw rolling left away from your strong shoulder, Ed.
Yeah, and he kind of pushed it out there. It wasn't even a pass. So Butler will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 2:07 to go here in the 3rd, and Butler up 21-7.
You get one more, that's that sound you hear is the nail in the coffin.
Yes. Baxter takes it, drops straight back, looks, fires deep downfield as a man open.
Nice ball, too.
Oh, right there.
Great play. No, he was open. Didn't lay it out there
it,
quite far enough and give the Meadville secondary credit.
Was that intended for Ethan Treadle?
He was down there.
Treadle and also Isaiah Kelly. I'm not sure. There were 2 blue shirts in the area.
But it was 18 there. It was the Treadle. He was wide open, but give the Meadville kids credit. They didn't quit on it, and they disrupted it, even though there was a chance it could still have been caught.
Meadville with a 4-4-3 defensive alignment. Baxter keeps off the left side, gets 2 yards, maybe just 1. They're going to give him 1. It's going to be 3rd and 9 at the 48, Butler's own 48. 1:40 to go here in the 3rd. Butler up by 14, 21-7.
Big play for Meadville. Get that ball back. It's crucial that they don't let Butler have this thing another 3-4 minutes.
3rd and 9, Butler. Baxter dropping, looks, fires deep down the middle, incomplete, intended for Littlejohn, incomplete to bring up a 4th and 9. Jury have a chance. Mention those Butler offensive linemen: Marquise Frazier at center, Ethan Bebe and Jacob Palmacada at the guards, Derek McClafferty and Ashton Gray at the tackles.
No, they're the reason when guys get these big runs and such, or he has time to throw the ball. Those big boys are the reason why.
Simmons McCoy back deep for the Bulldogs. Butler to kick away from their own 30-yard line. High, wobbly kick. And McCoy lets it bounce, and Butler will down it at the Meadville 19-yard line. Good chance you come up, you want to take that fair catch at about the 22 or 23. I know it's not a big difference, but that ball could have bounced down deeper in the Butler territory, in the Meadville territory.
Yeah, it didn't hurt anything there, but the only thing is you don't want to be careless. If you don't think you can get it, get away from it. I think it'll bounce and hit you in the leg or something.
1st and 10, Meadville at their own 19-yard line. A minute to go here in the 3rd. Butler up 21-7. See if the Bulldogs can put together a march. They did get started on their last drive, but it fizzled out. Had 2 plays to get 1 yard, and they couldn't do it. Slot to the left. Handoff, sweep to the left, and there comes that powerful run. You want to think about giving it to Bazell when you need that 1 yard, huh, George?
Absolutely. He got 6 or 7 on that one, mostly on his own.
They give him 7 on that play, so it's 2nd and 3 out at the 26-yard line.
30 seconds in the half. This is probably the last play if it's not a pass. Motion.
And there's a penalty
Back.
marker. Penalty will stop the clock. 25 seconds to go here in the third. Motion penalty moves it back to the 21-yard line and makes it 2nd and 8. Clock running down. I don't think they're going to get this off.
No.
That is the end of the third quarter of play with the score, Butler 21 and Meadville 7. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter after this. We're back, ready for fourth quarter action. Butler leading Meadville 21-7. The Bulldogs have it at their own 21-yard line, 2nd and 8.
They must score with as long as they keep the ball and just running strictly.
They may use up 5 or 6 minutes in this drive.
It's crucial, that they score.
What they need
possession.
is a burst. They need a run.
Absolutely. There haven't been, in a while, there hasn't been many runs more than 8, 9 yards.
2nd and 8.
Early.
Simmons goes in motion, coming straight up the middle and getting out close to the first down, out to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 7 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Walker, the ball carrier. 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. They had that situation not too long ago. Actually, they had a 2nd and 1 and couldn't pick it up.
No, well, they went backwards on 3rd down. However, slightly, they went backwards.
Well, you go your bread and butter guy, Griffin Bazell, 205-pound senior.
That's what it appears they're going to do. Fumble, Butler got it.
And another turnover. It's second time the Bulldogs have turned the ball over at their own 30-yard line.
Lance Slater on the recovery.
I couldn't tell. It looked like he might have been close to the first down or a little bit short, but it was going to be close. So Butler takes over. 1st and 10. The second time they've taken over 1st and 10 at the Meadville 30. The last time they went 30 yards, 6 plays for the touchdown and a 14-7 lead. Now looking to add and pad a 21-7 lead. Slater goes in motion. He gets it on a jet sweep, and he's crumbled and crushed right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Oh, boy, they bent him backwards. Jeez. Wow, that was somebody held him up and somebody folded him. Jeez.
Now, if you're Butler, with the way Meadville doesn't pass and run the ball, if you're Butler, you just want to keep it on the ground, and you're going to take all the time off the clock.
Then again, but if you're playing for more success down the road,
the way they've been throwing the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Because at some point you're not going to just plow it up the middle against
go for
McDowell
the juggler
Prep.
here. Yes.
You know what I mean? You have a Division I receiver.
2nd and 11 for Butler. Baxter rolls, looks, wants a throw, fire, has a man open. Incomplete. 10-4, Cranebucker. Pass incomplete at the 25-yard line, so bring up a 3rd. I want to make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, actually, they got about a yard on that first down on that jet.
Not
much more.
About a half a yard,
that's all. No, look where the yard marker is.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 10:27 to go here in the fourth. Butler up 21-7. Baxter's going to roll to his right. Now he pitches it back and nothing. They're going to lose on that play. Back at the 31-yard line. That bring up a 4th and 11.
That was a pitch all the way. There was no read. That was just a pitch. You're in 4-down territory. I mean, it's too far for a field goal.
Slater checks back into the lineup. Isaiah Kelly comes out. Slater slotted to the left. Fourth and 11 for Butler. Baxter takes it, rolls to his left. He's going to throw. There's a catch made.
Yes.
Taking it on his knees inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Little John, he runs a great
Little
out
John,
pattern.
yes, he does.
Squares that. He plants that outside foot and cuts, and bam, that ball's right there. That's
Pick
a good
up a
pass.
13. I thought Baxter was going to run it.
Yeah.
He might have picked up the first
It was
down.
a good pass. Rolling left.
Nice pass.
That's
He
a
does a
tough
nice
throw.
job rolling left
People
and
don't
right.
realize how hard it
He
is.
squares his shoulders up and gets rid of the ball. So first and 10 Butler at the 18 of Meadville. That 13-yard pickup keeping this short drive alive. Under 9 to play.
Little John planted that right foot and cut out left. Man, it was great.
Baxter keeps it over left guard, breaks one tackle, then another, and fights his way down to the 10-yard line. A pickup of 8.
He was giving him a ride on that one. About 3 guys on his back. They couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, right now 8 minutes left. The way Butler's moving the ball, really Meadville at a huge disadvantage. Just because, George, they do not have a passing attack. Butler now taking their time, as well they should be. 2nd and 1. Baxter straight up the middle, touchdown.
Nice run by Baxter. He's going to have a huge statistical night. He's going to be
Yes.
at around 300 passing and running.
Yeah, it's going to be his best game in his 3 years as a starter.
He's a nice player.
So Baxter on a 10-yard TD run. Gianneski's kick is no good. Butler 27-7. 8:07 to play. So Baxter 104 yards rushing in the first game and lost to Kiski, and now here tonight he's over 100 yards rushing, over 100 yards, I'm sure, passing. Just a big night for him. He's around He's going to finish out around the 250 to 300 mark.
He's an
We don't
excellent
have a stat guy.
He's an excellent player. Excellent
Yes,
player.
outstanding player.
Make somebody a nice safety at the next level.
6'2", 195.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without question. But I think, I don't know, he's going to choose between football. He's a good baseball player, but he's an outstanding wrestler, too.
I heard that. I'm not surprised.
So what can the Bulldogs do? They're down 27-7. They rely on a ground game.
It's the double-edged sword. If you're behind them and they're running that ball, you're done.
Right.
You're ahead of them and they're running that ball, they have issues.
They're going to help you run out the clock. Here's the boot. Short kick. It's taken by Simmons and McCoy, and he's down immediately at the 31-yard line.
Now, Butler squib kick's been effective. They have not had a large run back, and they have a couple back there that can go.
Meadville with 7:59 to go here in the game. They've only had 14 offensive plays in this second half.
Well, the end of the first half was everything.
That was really the turning point of the game. It's unusual to say that, but the way they operate, run the ball, fizzled out at the Butler 1. They could have gone into the half at 14-14. It was a huge momentum change. Longstreth back to throw, has Simmons open. Underthrew him. Had him wide open. He leads him. It's a touchdown with his speed. He pulls it in. I know it sounds not like you're giving up, but it's a chance here for Coach Collins to see how his quarterback can throw the football. You got to find out sometime.
It's not what they want to do, though.
It's not what they want to do.
No, it's not what they choose. They want to run the football, misdirection, and keep you off balance.
2nd and 10 for Meadville at their own 31-yard line. Butler up 27-7, 7:53 to go in the game. Here's a sweep to the left and a huge hole off the left side, and it's Bazell, and he's going to come up just a yard short of the first down. Well, he was trying to. I give him credit. He was trying to cut that back. He makes that tackle. He has a long run down the right sideline.
First down.
Did they give him the first down?
Absolutely. It was a good tackle. He runs hard. He's quick too.
Oh, powerful. 6 foot
next
205.
year they're going to be a factor.
He's the only guy leaving.
I'm saying the rest of these guys.
They'll have 19 starters back next year.
Absolutely.
This is a really young football team.
You add 10, 15 pounds. That junior, senior year is a big
Joy,
growth
he
year.
has to be over 100 yards rushing here tonight.
Nothing there.
The fullback gets nothing. Does Walker. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Football still at the 41. We have clock running. We're down to 7 to play here in the 4th quarter.
Ashton Gray was on the bottom of that pound. Nice job.
Sweep to the left. Putting his head down, bullying his way for another first down.
That was a nice run, jeez.
Griffin Bazell. What? I don't know. Will they see a runner as tough as this kid the rest of the year?
Somebody's got to look at him at the next level. You know what I mean? He runs hard. He falls forward. He's a nice player.
Picks up 11 on that play. 1st and 10, Meadville at the Butler 49. Simmons McCoy off the right side. Plenty of running room. Gets down to the Butler 41-yard line. George, I could be entirely. I think Meadville's going to have like 250 yards rushing tonight. And you would look at that and say, you should be right in that game, or you should win a game rushing the ball like that.
They were right in the game. This last touchdown, I mean, 21-7, they were still definitely in the ball game. 28's a little tough.
2nd and 3 for Meadville at the Butler 42.
Right tackle jump.
Stops the clock, 5:52.
Second and 2, no problem. 2nd and 8's a different story.
So moves it back to the 47-yard line. That's one of the few times
they stopped
Butler wraps up Bazell.
Yeah.
Loses a yard. That's the first time he's lost yardage tonight. 3rd and 9.
Benjamin Hook in there. These guys are gang tacklers, not just one Butler guy. These backs are tough. It takes more than one guy, and they're getting more than one guy.
3rd and 8 for Meadville at the Butler 49-yard line. Spotted actually at up at the 48.
That was Jacob Pomikata in that last play. It was 64, not 54.
Longstreth rolls to his right, flips it out here. Short. Just pressure put on. Looked like Cranebucker was in there all over, put those long arms up at 6'5".
He did. No,
very difficult for Longstreth to see. Brings up 4th down and 9 to go for Meadville. That incomplete pass stops the clock at 4:37 to go. Longstreth rolls, going to throw deep for Simmons. Intercepted or incomplete?
No, knocked away.
Knocked away.
You don't want to intercept that on fourth down anyway. You lose 35 yards.
Butler will take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line with 4:30 to go. And up by 20. Now Butler should be taking their time, not snapping the ball till about 4 or 5 seconds
You're going to see
left
some
on the
clean
clock.
jerseys, too. New QB in there, Eddie.
Yeah, it looks like
Max Schnorr.
Max Schnorr is in there. He was slated to start. Not sure what happened in the change there. No gain on the play.
See, this is one advantage of having those numbers, getting some new kids in the ball game. They get experience. You know, they like the taste of winning. This is the exact recipe Butler was looking for.
2nd and 10, Butler at their own 48-yard line. And there's a penalty marker. Offside against Meadville.
Line up offsides there.
So a 5-yard penalty. We'll put it at the Meadville 47-yard line. Makes it 2nd and 5. Schnorr in at quarterback. Looks like Dubiak's in at one running back slot. Schnorr's going to roll to his right. He's going to fire it.
So.
Pass complete. Pass completed to Ethan Treadle. And is there a penalty marker down?
Yep.
A flag holding against Butler.
Yep.
That flag right at midfield. So you're going to get penalty right there at the spot of the hold.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 26-yard penalty when you take into account the reception.
Nice pass thrown by Schnorr.
Yeah, it was.
Junior quarterback. So the penalty moves it back to the 40-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and about 18.
Yep, 2nd and 18.
Meadville coming on a blitz. Schnorr on a keeper to his left. And he's going to be belted hard out of bounds. And a loss of about 4 yards, 5 yards back to the 35-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 23. Clock stops, 3:02 remaining here in the 4th quarter play. Butler just 3 minutes away from the first win of the season. Third and 23 for Butler at their own 35-yard line. Schnorr takes it, fires
Nice
a slant
pass.
over the middle, complete to Treadle, out to the 44-yard line, 43-yard line, pickup of 8, 4th and 15.
Nice passing catch, get a little of it back. Meadville called timeout, man.
Nice pass, solid throw there by the junior quarterback, Max Schnorr. We have 2:48 remaining in the game. So for Butler, Georgia, even their record, I think they'll be on the road next week. You know, they have those 2 tough games coming up with McDowell and Erie Prep.
They're tough games for anybody.
Anyone, you got that right.
Anybody in this state wants to play either one of them.
How many state championships Erie Prep won the last 10 years? 2 or 3?
Oh, absolutely.
I think the only team that's beaten them has been Pine Richland.
Pine beat them last year. Yeah, you had 2 Western teams in the final.
All right, Butler to punt it away. 4th and 15 at their own 43-yard line. 2:48 to go. Simmons is going to watch it bounce, and down by Butler at the Meadville 2. Actually, it went out of bounds, helped by Butler, though. Butler was right there, good coverage.
Absolutely.
Meadville puts in play, 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
55 yards, no return. You'll take that all day.
Well, George, actually, the last game we did here was a year ago, and then everything shut down because of COVID. We did the Butler-McDowell game, and McDowell was just powerful.
They were loaded
that night.
Buddy of mine, Jerry Slocum, the old YSU coach, his son's the DC for McDowell. They were strong. Timeout.
Timeout with 2:38 remaining here in the game. Butler up 27-7.
Butler has some subs in there, and they're trying to make sure everybody knows, their responsibility.
Just great to do a game here from Butler. First-class operation, having your own broadcast booth. So nice. Once again, we thank Bill Milan.
Yeah. And I thank Armstrong for the opportunity. I love doing these games. The Western Pennsylvania is synonymous with football. It's that simple. We have a great area for football here, great area for basketball. We have more good teams in our viewing area than probably anybody else in the whole state.
Yes.
We have terrific athletics.
And let's not forget our crack producer, cameraman, Carmen Bianco.
Our producer, Carmen. We're going to miss him.
Is he going somewhere?
I don't know. I don't see him very often as it is, so you never know.
Well, we'll look forward to our next broadcast up at Freeport. Our first, we've been there before for a couple of games, but our first time at their new beautiful stadium against North Catholic.
We were talking about we were there. We were talking, it was 12 years ago or something.
I know.
We were talking like it was yesterday.
It was at their old stadium, the old baseball field, remember?
Oh, that thing down
in town. We did it outside.
There. Oh, jeez.
No gain on that play.
We got to tell the people what happened. They gave us a table outside the thing. We thought we'd be fine.
It was nice and light.
We forgot it got dark.
Dark. Yeah, easy for you. I couldn't see my papers.
Who's number 88? You had to get your phone out. Oh, my goodness. Hey, they're up against this goal line. They better handle this ball.
Yeah, they lost it. It's back at the 1-yard line,
Absolutely.
2nd and 11. Sometimes you just want to maybe run a quarterback sneak to get it out of there. Here's a handoff to, is it Bazell? And he gets maybe to the 2. Butler just stuffing everything now. Brings up a 3rd and 10. Clock running down to 1:40 to go here in the game.
Watching that clock run down, I watched last week. Chip Kelly has learned lessons. He was using that whole play clock against LSU last week. He had not done that in the past. Got it out there.
Off the right side, Cologne Simmons McCoy breaks free down the right sideline, the first down, and he's hit out of bounds. Out at the 25-yard line, it's a first down.
Nice run by Simmons McCoy. Real nice run. He almost got that corner.
And Jerry, I say this about this Meadville team. Those teams they play this year, enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Because next year they got 19 starters back.
Absolutely.
They're going to have one of the best backfields around.
You get those
really
guys.
impressed. Don't let the score fool you tonight, 27-7, for how hard they played.
Absolutely. You get
Off the
another
left
year in
side.
that weight room, another
Yes.
year working out.
Bazell off the left side. Picks up just a yard. We're down to 55 seconds to play. Cologne, Simmons, McCoy spins, breaks free, gets into the clear, down the sideline, and he has one man to beat. No one's going to catch him. Too much speed. Goodbye. Touchdown. 74 yards.
Two guys had angles, but they didn't have the juice.
Wow.
No, he's fast. He's pretty fast, I'm telling you.
Meadville scores at the 25-second mark on that 74-yard TD run. George, I'm going to guess they have to have 300 yards rushing here tonight. Am I way off?
No. I'll tell you one thing. Two guys had angles, and neither guy could get them.
Not when he turned on the afterburners.
I thought they were going to bump him out at about midfield.
Now he's going to attempt the extra point.
Always better when you have 11 out there. A little tougher to block it.
And it's muffed.
Never got to snap it. He was on the ground, and he didn't catch it.
So the score remains Butler 27, Meadville 13, with 25 seconds left. George, actually, that was a 99-yard scoring drive.
Yeah, the ball was inside the one there. And after first down, they had it on about the 1.5, and then they lost about a half a yard. Yeah, it was 99 yards.
99 yards in 5 plays. Of course, 74. That chunk coming on that fine sweep to the left by Kalon Simmons McCoy. Put on the afterburners.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. I'm going to have to look out for him.
I think this
spring.
team's going to get better and better as the season goes along.
Absolutely.
Well, Butler goes up there next year. They're going to know what they're in for.
It'll be different. Got like 13 freshmen on the roster. Absolutely.
Yeah, 19 starters back. That is so unusual in high school.
Well, one senior, what makes me, usually
one
you have a class like that, you're buried.
And it's the same one on each side of the ball.
You know
it's the running back and the linebacker, Bazell.
Yeah. Usually when that's the case, you have a terrible season, and they're not. They don't have a bad team at all. You might as well practice your onside kick here, huh?
Yeah, and look, George, they've had a 65-yard drive for a touchdown, this 99-yard drive. They had another 70-some-yard drive that fizzled at the Butler 1-yard line, 2-yard line at the end of the first half. They have moved the football here tonight. Two crucial turnovers in that play at the end of the first half.
Need a little
Here's
work
the boot.
on that one.
Yep.
Unless they were just squibbing it, which I couldn't tell.
So 24 seconds left. Butler will have it at their own 30-yard line. Take a knee, and this one will be over. Beautiful night here at Art Bernardi Stadium. A win for the Tornado to even their season record. There's the knee by quarterback Schnorr, and that's going to be the end of the ball game with the final score. Butler 27, Meadville 13. Take a look at the scoring in the first quarter. First play for Butler following a kickoff. Cooper Baxter, he went 69 yards off the right side. Gianeski to kick. It was 7-0 Butler. At the 7:21 mark, Meadville came back. 65-yard drive, 8 plays. Brady Walker, an 11-yard run. McCoy the kick. That made it 7-7. Then in the second quarter, at the 4:55 mark, following a fumble by McCoy. Butler went 30 yards in 6 plays. Baxter to Littlejohn, 11-yard touchdown pass. Gianeski to kick. It was 14-7. Meadville put together a long drive. It fizzled. It ended at the Butler 1-yard line at the end of the first half. A huge, huge turning point. No. Along with that fumble, easily could have been Meadville 14-7 at the half. And then at the third quarter, Butler at the 5:27 mark, Cooper Baxter in a 4-yard run. Gianeski to kick made it 21-7. 78 yards in 10 plays for Butler. It was 21-7 after 3. Then the fourth quarter at the 8:07 mark, Cooper Baxter, a 10-yard run. The kick failed, 27-7 Butler. And then Meadville scored with 25 seconds left on a 74-yard touchdown run by Kalon, Simmons, and McCoy. The kick failed. 99-yard drive in 5 plays for the Bulldogs. 27-13. That's the final. Butler goes to 1-1 on the season. Meadville drops to 1-2.
Absolutely fine game. Both teams showed some, spunk. Butler improving every week. Meadville, tough team. Run the ball tremendous. The play at the end of the half was crucial.
Very much so, but a nice win for Butler, and they got a tough road ahead for them. A lot of tough games, but a lot of good things here tonight. Cooper Baxter with a huge game, maybe the game of his career. He had to be closing in on 250-plus total yards here tonight, an all-around performance by him. So once again, on behalf of our producer, Carmen Bianco, we want to thank Butler for their hospitality. Always great accommodations here at Art Bernardi Stadium. And my sidekick, the Swami George Abraham, this is Ed Cody wishing you a good night.